It ain't even the 4th of July anymore, but I guess it's better than never. That's right, chapter 210 time. I would have done a YouTube short if I didn't want to talk about this more than like a minute. So go check out my YouTube shorts though, like my chapter 209. Where is my YouTube short? I mean, there was never a YouTube short on that chapter. It totally didn't get copyright striked, and my counterclaim got denied, and I'm at the risk of losing my channel for making this video on the most recent chapter. Yeah, that never happened. But I'll play it safe for no reason. But make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and go check out my Twitter account just in case this channel gets nuked. Just like how America nuked the USSR in Chainsaw Man. Anyways, before I get into I guess the meat of the chapter, I'll get into some of the extra stuff I want to talk about. So firstly, I'd like to say that this whole video is just me yapping about the chapter and some stuff related to it. So yeah, let's start off with Death's name, Lil D. And I kinda like it. And if Yoshida was right on one thing, it's that devils are bad at making names. And it's also not like the English version is the only one that changes from the Death-chan name that's in Japanese. Like, apparently she's she in French or something, and Morty in Spanish. Anyways, I think the name could be a bit better and less weird, but I'm fine with it. Lil D is goofy, and I don't really mind it that much, to be honest. But speaking of primal devils, what the hell happened to Falling? Like, what the hell is this? Like, is Falling really dead? Well, I kinda personally doubt it. I think Yoru did defeat Falling, but didn't kill her completely. If anything, all Yoru did was make the corpses that the Falling Devil was made out of into clothes, and Falling is probably still alive. Maybe? Cause I doubt that Yoru at the peak of her strength was a primal devil. And we don't know that primal devils, aside from Lil D, could kill another primal devil. But for the moment, we can say that the Falling Devil is out of commission for a little while. So anyways, let's get to the point of the video. Nuclear bombs and America. And what can I say that isn't in the chapter? Yoru loves America. Why? Cause not only did they bring back her favorite child, they literally nuked the hell out of the USSR and were at war, and technically finished the war with them. So, who's feeling patriotic? America! Fuck yeah! Okay, you really shouldn't feel patriotic, especially during these times. But since this is a shonen series, and just a manga in general, people don't understand that this is a critique against the US. And I guess some people do, but they just don't care. And yes, I do know that some people are ironic, but like, look at some of these, specifically this one. Like, come on. If this is your wake-up call that Fujimoto has had an anti-American or anti-war sentiments, then you probably didn't read the series. Like, in the series, we've had people call Chainsaw Man American propaganda. Miri also called America the worst, while the Chainsaw Man Church used their own anti-American propaganda by making up things. Or maybe they were right all along. But that all pales in comparison with the symbol of freedom in America turning into a devil weapon by Yoru, the War Devil. And also the fact that the US in part 1 literally sacrificed a year from all the Americans' lifespans for the Gun Devil to kill Makima. I personally don't think that Fujimoto hates American citizens, but it's clear that there's a deeper meaning to all of this. Like, come on, look at Yoru, look at this. You see American citizens cheering when seeing a video of the USSR being nuked. Like, is this not supposed to have any political message or commentary? Actually, you know what? Nah. Fujimoto did all of that because it looks cool. He clearly never had any deeper meaning by having the embodiment of the concept of war say that she loves America and thanking America for bringing her child back and renewing her strength. There's literally no deeper meaning by having the symbol of freedom, the Statue of Liberty, turn into a weapon of mass destruction for the war devil. Yoru dressing up as Uncle Sam and invoking the I Want You poster, none of that is supposed to have any deeper meaning, and it's just cause it's cool. I'm kidding, of course. I'm just saying what some readers have said about how Fujimoto probably never thought of anything like that. And guess what? They're objectively incorrect. If you're one of the people who've said stuff like that, well, guess what? You're an idiot. But if you don't want to be one, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Anyways, what I'm saying is that a lot of quote-unquote readers don't actually read. They just look at the pictures. Even when the message is so blatant, they ignore it. Like, look at this tweet. Obviously, there's a chance that the resemblance is coincidental, but come on, these two responses to the tweet. Like, it's possible that they're jokes, but look at the flag and cross for this guy.
I know what you are!
But this is just me showing some little examples I could find quickly about some people being ignorant to the very blatant imagery. Like, if you genuinely don't see any deeper meaning behind all of this, you might be a literal child, cause it's just so blatant of what Fujimoto wants to say. The US is a war-hungry country, and some of the people in the US cheer for the destruction of others. I don't want to bring any modern day politics stuff, but look at the relationship with the US and the Middle East. Another 20 trillion to Israel for them to invade other countries and kill innocent people. But anyways, it couldn't get more blatant on what Fujimoto is trying to invoke with his work. Yoru, the war devil, says that she's in love with America due to making the fear of war even higher than it was in the series. Yoru, the cheering for the nuke, and essentially everything America is doing in the series is literally so blatant in showing what Fujimoto believes and wants to convey. I mean, this entire chapter was just that. Having the Star-Spangled Banner just be in the chapter while showing pictures of airplanes dropping bombs on cities. Yes, it's cities, by the way. You also get to see civilians who barely survived, and then you get to see the charred corpses of the people who died to the nuclear bombs. I'm not showing the actual manga panels because I don't want to get a strike again. Just read the manga. That's why I'm using other pictures that aren't from Chainsaw Man or the most recent chapter. So you can't strike me down for this, Shueisha. Anyways, this just shows the point Fujimoto is trying to make about the US being war hungry and how people cheer for mass casualty events when it doesn't directly affect them. Again, this is kind of a big topic I'm not really smart enough to explain, nor can I fully articulate what I'm thinking, so I kinda don't really know what else to say. But whatever, this video is messy and I feel like I don't have a clear idea for it. So I guess it's like the Death Devil video where I talk and yap for basically no reason. Mainly because I'm not good at this. But that's fine, since this leads to a mini theory thing which I want to say and talk about it for a little bit, since aside from me wanting to talk about how stupid the readers are by not getting the blatant message that Fujimoto is trying to show, I don't really know where else to put this theory that I want to talk about. I mean, it could fit in other vids, but I might as well put it here. So, my little theory is that Yoru is gonna be the big bad, or at least the final boss. So, here's the deal. The final fight won't be against the Death Devil or Lil D. And on everyone's souls, except mine, we're calling her Lil D. So, what could happen is that Pochita would eat Lil D, causing people to never die no matter the damage. But what does this do? Well, when that happens, there will be a huge power vacuum. And who will take advantage of it? Yoru. Not only is she overpowered right now due to the fear of war being greater than before, people will fear war even more when they just can't die even after being blown to bits. Because erasing death won't erase pain or damage. It won't make people invincible. It would just make it so that they can't die no matter the injury. So people would get nuked, and guess what? They just won't die. They'll get stuck as whatever happens to people who are nuked. Like, imagine the endless pain they will suffer due to not being able to die. But why do I think that Yoru will be the final big bad? Well, not only has there been setup with Asa saying that Yoru is planning on something way worse, Yoru right now is literally going on a rampage. She left Denji alone, where Lil D got him, which means that Yoru is just out there doing whatever the hell she wants. We also have the Nostradamus prophecy that has given us the answer this whole time. The year 1999, 7 months. From the sky will come a great king of terror, to bring back to life the great king Anglo-Mois. Before after, Mars to reign by good fortune. And that's the OG prophecy. The only sections that are cut off when the series said it were the last two. And in my opinion, Fujimoto did it on purpose, because he didn't want to fully reveal that Yoru will be the big bad at the time and have us think that Death, or Lil D, would be the real bad guy. Like how we were misdirected into believing that the Gun Devil was going to be the big bad in part 1, only to have Makima be the real villain, someone who was there since the beginning, like how Yoru was there since the beginning of part 2. What I personally think is that the prophecy was never about Lil D, but about Yoru and how she will rise to become the real big bad. I'll start off with the last section. Before after, Mars to reign by good fortune. This is the line that tells you everything. Mars will rule by good fortune. You know who Mars is? He's the Roman god of war. That last phrase is literally telling us that war, or the war devil, will be the winner and reign over everything. Not only that, but I believe the so-called Great King of Terror isn't the Death Devil / Lil D, but it's actually referring to the nuclear weapons devil. As it states, from the sky will come a great king of terror. And take it literally when it says from the sky. In the manga it says quote unquote descend, by the way, but if we take that quote literally, we can say that the Great King of Terror is a nuclear bomb because they get dropped from airplanes, aka they come from the sky. Nuclear weapons is also the Great King of Terror with how much fear it generated for Yoru. Nuke is the Great King of Terror because of the fear it gave the War Devil, and just like the huge amount of fear and strength Yoru gained through her child. Now, I am missing the to bring back to life the Great King of Anglo-Mois line. So, maybe it just means a devil we haven't seen yet? Or maybe it represents that Nayuta will be brought back to life because apparently Anglo-Mois, or however you're supposed to pronounce it, is supposed to represent the Mongols who conquered a bunch of land. And that represents conquest, aka control, aka Nayuta, and how she'll be brought back to life. Nayuta come back, confirmed. Go check out my video on it. It did pretty poorly. Or maybe it's just another new control devil. But anyways, that's pretty much why I think the prophecy is actually about Yoru and how she'll be the real big bad villain. But that's pretty much it. I just wanted to make this video because this chapter dropped and I thought it would be better to make it into a full video and not a YouTube short. Anyways, make sure to leave a like and subscribe and become a channel member like Demencia. You don't need to be a channel member, but it has a lot of perks and it's also used to help support me and this channel if you want. But whatever, thanks for watching.